Hey
I look
guys!
so ratty.
So we're gonna hope this, video doesn't come to light. We are recording ourselves for, acting like we'll get famous on TikTok and stuff like that. And I would just love to say it smells so good
I look way less
in
ratty now.
this room.
In this facility.
So Honey Pumpkin is the candle from TJ Maxx.
DW Home. Best candle brand out there.
Yeah.
Shout out DW Home.
No, literally, it's the most amazing thing. Like,
I'm a big fan of
and
it.
it just feels like fall, and it smells like fall, and
it does. It's true.
I love the vibes.
A miracle. Here I am changing again. I've gone through a couple outfits thus far. Different hair. Different attire.
Life is all about change, and that is what Jess is teaching us.
Change and evolution.
Exactly, just with her outfits and hair.
There you go. And I may look ratty, but at least I'm clean.
Exactly. She goes in the shower. And she's not dirty.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Of course. So today we're going to be talking about actually like a thing that is literally so popular right now, and it's actually on Netflix. You can check it out, but you should listen to us first because
it's not a murder. By the way.
Yes, it's not a murder.
Yeah. On this podcast, we're gonna do a kind of a little bit of everything from like murder to things like this to kind of just whatever we feel like doing.
We're crime side chats, and we're talking about crimes.
Free will.
Right? We're just talking about crimes on our new rebranded podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's called Unknown Number, the high school catfish. And honestly, it's been the talk of social media for literally
the talk of the town, y'all.
Yeah, like it's all over literally everywhere.
Yeah, I watched it the other day. Unbeknownst to me, Nicole also watched it the other day. We both were in the same mindset, different areas of town, so
right, we were just on a different level. We knew we had to talk about this.
Connected.
Right, exactly. We just knew we had to speak about this.
Yeah, it felt right.
Because how did you first see it?
I was bored, dog sitting, looking for something to watch on Netflix. I watched the documentary? I watched the documentary before. Oh, I think I watched the Ocean Gate Titan submersible.
Oh my god, the Ocean Gate. That was crazy.
Yeah, I watched that right before it, and then I watched this one right after.
Okay, so we were just scrolling on Netflix.
Exactly.
I literally just found it on TikTok. Like, I just saw the shocking headline, which we will get to.
Yes.
At this, but that's how I heard it, and I was like, I need to watch. Yeah, this is tea. I need to watch this.
And also fucking crazy. So
yes.
Anywho.
So Jess, would you like to? Yeah, sorry, we talked too much. So Jess, would you like to start?
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking about the recently posted. No, not the recently posted. The recently. What's the word I'm looking for?
Famous.
The recent come to fame
story
that is on Netflix. It is a documentary called Unknown Number, the high school catfish. And if you haven't heard this story, you're about to. But it is honestly pretty crazy. I think if you haven't heard about it at all, I think you're not going to expect the plot twists that there are.
It's literally crazy.
I heard about it before I watched it, so I expected the ending, but...
Right, which is why I watched it, because I heard.
Right. So, this has been the talk of the town, the talk of social media since it dropped on Netflix August 29th, which really wasn't too long ago now.
Yeah, only a few weeks.
Yeah, so the documentary dives into real-life cyberbullying case that took place in a... Oh my god. I'm
okay, we can cut that out.
Plot. The documentary dives deep into a real-life cyberbullying case that shook the small town of Beale City, Michigan.
Never heard of that town.
Never heard of before.
Don't know what that town at all.
Yeah. In October of 2020, when teenagers Lauren Licari and her then boyfriend Owen began receiving threatening text messages from an unknown number. And I mean, this to me sounds like the start of a horror movie. Like, just getting, like, that's, like, my biggest fear, I think, is, like, when I get text messages from a random number. And I've gotten those before. I got one at one point that, like, literally was similar to this.
What did it say? No.
Like, years ago, I got a phone call from someone, and they started telling me information about myself and my brother, and, like,
Ew,
Yeah, I
what?
can't believe I never told you this, and it freaked me out. It like shook me to my core. They were like telling me all this stuff, my name, my mom's name, like my brother's name,
What?
and then I
Okay,
ended
that's
up
really
hanging up on
creepy.
them, and then I never ever found out who did that. And then years later, I got a text message from someone, and it was like a similar context. I found out that text message later on was actually from one of my friends pranking me, but
Okay.
it was too
But it was
close.
too
It was
similar.
too close to home. But like biggest fear after I got that phone call, so I
Okay,
can't
that
even
is.
imagine this happening from fucking.
Wait, I didn't know that. That is so
Yeah,
creepy.
that's
Did you
to
ever
this
track the
day.
number?
No, it was
Right,
like
it was
it was
probably some that
blocked
they
like this
used, right?
one.
They
Yeah,
blocked.
so I never knew, and my
Maybe it
brother
was the
didn't know
same
either.
person prank. Maybe it was that same person
Well, I
pranking.
wondered, so I asked them, and they were like, "No, like I wouldn't do that." And we weren't close friends
Mm-hmm.
that like years prior. I think this was like in middle school, and I
Okay,
was like, "What the?"
that's so weird.
Yeah,
Okay, so thankfully Jess's story's not on
this
Netflix.
didn't end like this.
Yeah, and that stopped there because that is terrifying.
Yeah, it was weird.
I thought you were gonna say you got like a spam text or something. I
No,
wasn't realizing it
I
was
get those
like
all the time. Someone texted me the other day asking me to come to California and get a coffee with them because I seemed nice, and I was like, "Oh,
you're
thanks,
like,
but
oh thanks,
not
yeah.
happening, babe. Thank you though."
We got $100 off for switching
Oh my god, a
to,
different electricity company.
and I called them and I was like, no, this is
It
not.
was a spam.
But I still called them and I blocked them because I was embarrassed within
Yeah.
myself. But and they keep
Anyway,
sending us
they mail
things, so
every day. They send us a new letter saying, "Get $100 off your electricity bill." Our electricity bill isn't even $100 most of the time,
yeah,
except for that
no.
1 month. But that was a
It
different.
just it's summer.
It's
It was a
summertime.
summer. It was a summertime.
We got to be cold out here.
Exactly. So after no, that's not what I'm saying. Cut that out. So really the text was basically like, "Hi Lauren, Owen is breaking up with you." That's what the first text read. Then there were other texts like sent in this time period too, including, "He no longer likes you and hasn't liked you for a while. It's obvious he wants me." Like an
Which is odd.
yeah, unknown number. Who is that?
Like, hello.
And after this weird like short burst of text, like none were sent for literally almost a year
Yeah.
until Lauren and Owen began receiving a bunch of texts again beginning of September 2021.
Yeah. So that's crazy. A lot of the text messages included things like, "You're the ugliest person I've ever seen."
Trigger warning, everyone.
Yeah,
These
trigger
get
warning.
bad.
These get like worse. We'll read some of the other texts towards the end. We have some set aside, but these are like some of the common phrases.
Things they were
Yeah,
saying.
but also I think it's weird. Like, let me read them first, and I'll say what I was gonna say. Actually, "You're the ugly person. You're the ugliest person I've ever seen. Ain't no one want to see your anorexic flat ass. He wants sex. Kill yourself, bitch. His life would be better if you were dead," and much more. I
And
think
she just graduate high school, so how old was she in 2020? Because we were like what, 15? So how old was she? We were freshmen. Was she
so.
like
She was
she just graduated, we're 2 years
so
older than
she's
her.
18 now, 19
Yeah,
now,
she's 18 now.
18 now. Yeah,
So
but
she was 2 years ago. So she was in seventh grade.
yeah, that's insane.
That's insane.
I mean, as a seventh grader, I don't think I was stable enough to like. If I got these texts, I would be distraught.
Yeah, no, like no, that's insane.
But also, like, it's so interesting, like the like forced, not slang, but like the texting is so clearly forced. Like, "Ain't no one want to see your anorexic flat." Like, who texts "ain't no one"?
Yeah, like it. I feel like they're trying to make it sound like it's like
Childish.
right. It's a child.
Yeah.
Like
Like all of
right,
the
like it's
texts
a
were like
student.
that. Like they were using like slang terms. Also, like the person
Things that want to make
texting,
sense.
right?
Like
And the person texting was using Lauren's like nickname that like no one knows, which was Low, I think.
right, low.
So that's like interesting.
Right, so it had to be someone quote unquote close to her. And the text ramped up as the time went on, and it escalated into like vile and threatening text messages sent over the next 15 months. The messages contained information only someone close to Lauren would have known, hence, the nickname.
Right.
And over the course of more than a year, the taunting messages took on a more harassing tone. And also, the text messages also followed Owen throughout this time as he continued to receive many texts similar to Lauren's. It's even shown that the girl he began speaking to, because him and Lauren broke up after, this was just too much for them. This is what their relationship came to be. It was about these
Yeah.
texts.
It was causing a lot of trust issues, I think Lauren said. Like, it was making it
Right.
hard for her to trust him, which was causing issues in the relationship, which that makes sense.
Exactly. And he began speaking and talking to somebody else. And eventually, the new girl also began receiving text, and her mom too,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, he had to break it off with her for her safety since the sender was still unknown, and her and her mom were being attacked. How did they even get their phone number?
Like, once you find out who the sender of these was, it just doesn't make any sense as to how this person got
the phone number.
the
Yeah,
phone
I agree.
number.
Yeah, how
Like,
was
they're
yeah
so
how was she
far away.
gotten
I'm pretty
them?
sure this girl, like, he was talking to lived like a couple states away or something like that.
Right. So how was
So I
she?
don't even know how that's possible. But eventually, a group of parents, especially Owen's mom Jill and Lauren's mom Kendra, school officials, local police, and later the FBI tried to uncover the identity of the mystery sender because it was
They don't know what was
it was
happening.
crazy at this
And
point.
it was reported that Jill and Kendra, the moms, would be there every single day
Yeah,
at the school, like wanting to find out
right
who this was.
Like, the police were not able to crack it themselves, so they called in reinforcements. And it was initially thought that this unknown sender was classmate Chloe, who was also Owen's best friend. And after Chloe was taken in for questioning, the text messages began revealing that they were sent by her. So there were photos that were sent that had like pictures of Chloe in it, like photos of Chloe and Owen. And there were also things that this person sent that were like things that Chloe had said throughout the day.
Like, it was too specific.
Yeah, it was way
specific.
too specific and revealing. And I think, considering all these, like, if the person wanted their identity to be known this bad, I don't think they
would have revealed it in this way.
They wouldn't be revealing it like this. And a lot of people thought this was odd, especially the police, since the sender didn't want their identity revealed. I mean,
now all of a sudden they're like
right,
revealing
and
themselves.
Lauren and Owen had asked multiple times, like, who are you? What do you want me to do? Like, just stop. And they would never reveal themselves. So it just seemed a bit too obvious for this to be the case.
Right.
They eventually found out that she was being framed for all of this. And I think also, like, she was kind of the obvious person to, like, attack for this, because Lauren and Chloe never really became good friends, and I think there was probably some deep down, like, jealousy or beef between them, considering Chloe was Owen's best friend, and Chloe was also kind of seen as this mean girl in the school who never got along.
Right, it wasn't
Lauren.
a good mix for her.
It was never a good mix. And also, like, there was this whole thing where Chloe had, like, a Halloween party and Lauren was not invited. And so it was like this whole debate. Apparently, I actually read that Chloe's mom had found out that Lauren wasn't invited and ended up calling Lauren's mom and inviting Lauren to it.
Oh.
So
okay,
so Lauren did get to go, but not by
Chloe.
Yeah, Chloe's choice.
She didn't pick that.
No.
And so people were kind of piggybacking, off of all these suspects, and especially one was Chloe. And so they connected her to Owen's cousin Adriana, because the unknown number sent a photo of Owen and his Christmas gifts, and at the time they thought it was someone in their school doing it, like Chloe. And the only person that was there, obviously at the family Christmas, and saw the gifts of their age range was Adriana. And saying why it relates to Chloe, because at the time Adriana didn't really like Chloe and her friends due to bullying. So they're like, oh, you definitely framed Chloe. But later that wasn't true whatsoever. But that's what they initially suspected.
And they also thought, too, because, like, Adriana and her friends were, I guess, like, I don't like to use the word, but, like, kind of seen as outcasts in the school. They were
and Chloe and the other girls were popular.
They were the quiet, I guess, nerdier kids, like the smarter, quieter kids that, kind of kept to themselves. So people were like, well, like,
she doesn't like
They
her.
wouldn't
Yeah.
be an obvious suspect, so
Right, exactly. So they framed, yeah.
yeah,
Just all these, like, throwing out all these names, I feel like.
exactly. They then thought Lauren herself was sending the messages.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, like, I mean, they're so aggressive that it's like, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who would maybe look for attention in this way.
Right, and send
But like
themselves,
I just
but
think with like the way Lauren was, she didn't seem like she would do that. And
I just don't
after
think that's a good, like, I just think they were running out of ideas,
right, so they were
so,
just like, all right, it
yeah,
must have
poor
been
Lauren
her.
was just in
Yeah.
the...
So they kind of thought maybe Lauren was doing it. It was some sort of plea for attention after her and Owen broke up, and maybe there was some spree of jealousy between, Chloe and Owen's friendship. Because, like, I don't think Chloe and Owen ever had, like, any sort of romantic relationship,
They're
but
just
they
best
were best
friends. In
friends.
that age, like, people get jealous and
Right.
stuff,
So,
so...
yeah, they thought Lauren was doing it. Eventually that was also debunked because they were like, well, they searched Chloe's phone and I think
Right.
Lauren's phone too.
Right, and they didn't
And they
find, yeah.
found no text messages that were sent from either of their phones to Lauren. So, those were instantly pushed out of the way because they were like, okay, so clearly it's neither of them. I do think it's interesting though. I don't think they ever looked at Owen's phone
Yeah, I don't remember them
to
looking at
see if
Owen's
he did
phone.
anything, or
Right.
Owen's mom for that matter. I don't think they ever looked
Right.
at her either.
Honestly, wait, yeah, no, that's true. But eventually, we so the FBI got involved because, like, this was just happening for almost how long? Like, year,
It was
like a year at this point.
it was like a year, almost 2 years, I think.
Right, it's almost 2 years of these, like, tens of thousands of messages a day.
Yeah, like 50 plus messages a day sometimes.
And they found out when the FBI got involved, they traced these phone numbers and they had search warrants like for Verizon and stuff. They gave the numbers and everything traced back to Lauren's mom, Kendra,
What the hell?
the mom,
The mother.
who was actively in the school with
day.
Owen's mom. Yeah, trying to figure it out. It was her.
I saw somewhere that apparently Lauren started to suspect that maybe her mom was sending it, but like she wasn't very convinced.
Right, of course. Like, why would you think your parents sending like these terrible things to you?
Right.
And she was also able to use a software that hid her number, which helped her not get caught, obviously, for a little while. And also, which nobody knew at the time, she was claiming to have these jobs, but she was also literally just unemployed. So that's what she was spending her day doing, just sending these messages.
Yeah, I think that's like pretty crazy that she was telling her husband and everything that she had a job, that she was going to work every day, but in reality she was literally sitting at home not going to work every day.
Right, and we actually have direct quotes from David Barry, a lawyer, and he said in doing so it would shield her and kind of cloak her from her identity or her digital identity because she used that software.
Right.
But eventually we were able to see that her IP address was popping in and out right before and after these messages were going through. We had tens of thousands of messages, whether they were messages that were just for her daughter or some of her daughter's friends. And the digital footprint was just insane. And which is crazy too, the documentary shows real lifetime body camera footage of the encounter between like the sheriff, Mike, and Kendra, including like the reveal to Lauren that her mother was behind these messages, which is crazy.
Yeah, the reveal was pretty disturbing to me. Like, if you haven't seen it, I can kind of like briefly explain it.
Yeah.
But essentially, they went to Lauren's house with a search warrant after getting the information from the FBI that Lauren's mom was clearly behind all of this. They go into the house. Lauren is outside by their pool. Kendra opens the door. They come in. Kendra's husband is at work at the time, so it's just Lauren and Kendra at home. And they show Kendra the search warrant. She's like,
"What she denies that for right?
Yeah, she's like, "What the heck is?" She's like, "I would never do that. That's crazy." And
right.
then eventually,
like slowly starts,
she starts to be like, "Okay, like yes, I did this, but then she says that she wasn't the one who started it in the first place,
which was proved wrong. She did start
which
it,
like didn't
so
make sense because like why, like she clearly saw the effect
it
of it
had,
on
yeah.
her
And she
daughter.
was
Why
close
would
friends
she
with Owen's
continue?
mom
Yeah, best
too.
friends. They would hang out
Right,
like
they were best
often.
friends. And she said her reasoning for doing this is that she didn't do it the first time, but the second time she wanted to catch the person, so
So
that's
she
how
kept going.
which doesn't make
No.
sense. Like if you want to catch the person, then
I think
don't
it's
catch
just
like
such a poor
that.
reason to like, that's just such like a shitty excuse, I
Yeah,
think.
that's not it. That's no excuse. Like
But
it's
yeah, so then Lauren, one of the officers went to get Lauren from outside. Lauren came inside and they essentially were like, all right, like they told Lauren everything basically. And I think like it's sad because Lauren didn't really react. She kind
right.
of just sat there like in
She was
silence,
blank.
blank.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Kendra is standing up hugging her daughter as if
I
she
know,
didn't
holding her
just like
hand. I
say all of
know.
this gruesome stuff to her, like sexual, explicit, disgusting
Right.
things to her for like months and like years.
Yeah, no, literally, she didn't just do anything. Like, she just found out the person herself,
Yeah.
too.
So
Like,
then the husband comes home and then
because he thinks, like, oh, we finally caught
he's like,
somebody.
thank
Like,
God. And then he finds out and he literally flips. He's like, that's it.
you
We're
need to
done.
go.
You need to go.
Like,
He's like, he literally said, I'm calling your mother.
yeah, like, she's a teenager. I'm calling your mother
Yeah.
and you're leaving.
So her parent, like Kendra's parents, came and got her, and he's like, I am like not leaving here
He
until
was
Lauren is
over
safe.
it. Right, which is what
Yeah,
any good dad would do.
valid. Thank God for him. And basically, it was like she's like, and also like I just think it's so comical, like that Kendra was like, no, like I need to be with her. I need to be
Yeah,
with
no,
her.
you don't. Then why would you do
I'm
that?
sorry, but if I was Lauren, I'd be like, girl, fuck off.
And I just feel like so many people are being so mean to Lauren, and it's like,
Yeah.
how would you don't know how you're going to react in that situation. People said that Kendra was manipulating and she liked that attention. You know what I mean? There was something about her that she could get away with it.
Yeah.
And and that's probably what, Lauren was used to all her life with being with her mom. So it's
Yeah.
like I don't like she's probably just confused. And then I'm not do you remember saying that Owen was mad? Did you see that? He was like, I'm really mad, like I'm not gonna speak to her anymore.
Yeah, he was really like pissed off, and him and Lauren have not spoken to each
Which I
other.
understand his feelings, but it's like
It's upsetting. I
right,
think
it's upsetting. Like I wish that they can talk. You know what I
they
mean?
could
Those are people who
reconnect.
get it,
Yeah,
right? And I think that Lauren is gonna grow up a little and be even. I think they started the documentary on August like 2023, and then 2024 like she seemed a little more hesitant, I guess, about seeing her mom. Like she wants her mom to get help, but like the year when they started, she was like, I'd write my mom, like I love her so much. And then a
right.
year like that kind of it shifted because she's growing up and realizing that it's not okay.
Yeah, no, it's insane. But and Kendra was sentenced eventually to 19 months of jail time after she pleaded guilty to the charges against her. She was charged with 2 counts of stalking of a minor, 2 counts of communicating with another to commit a crime, and 1 count of obstruction of justice. And she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of stalking on March 2023, and all of the other charges were dismissed, which I don't really
Interesting.
think they should have
Yeah, and
been.
I don't know why she just only
Yeah.
got counts of stalking a minor.
But like that's also like I think Lauren was still underage, so she should have also been charged for like child abuse or child
Yeah,
neglect.
agree.
Because that's
Yeah,
neglect, technically, or so that's a form of emotional abuse, and I think that
definitely child
that counts for
abuse.
something for sure. So
Agreed.
yeah,
But in August 2024, she was released from jail. She was actually released on parole on August 8th, 2024, and she will be supervised as a parolee until February 2026. So only like a few more
damn,
months. She doesn't have, yeah, she's not, because right, oh my, right, yeah, it's almost 2026, which is crazy.
yeah,
But like, what, in like a few more months she's not gonna be Pearlie anymore. And also Kendra was in the Netflix documentary too.
Which is weird, by the
Yeah,
way.
which like she was there, and like it was kind of weird, like in the beginning, like they were showing her like before we knew what she did, like she was like, yeah, now I'm trying to find these people,
She's like,
and
this
like
is horrible. I can't believe someone would ever do this to my daughter.
right, and I was like the whole time, but she already knew it was her. Okay.
Well, you know what gagged me though is that someone said to her, they were like, because Kendra was sending all these text messages, like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like, kill yourself, like, go, you should die, like, go kill
Right, like
yourself.
really terrible
Like,
things.
someone had said to her, like, did you not, like, what if she actually killed herself? And she was like, oh, I know
Yeah,
her.
I know
She
she
wouldn't
wouldn't
have
do
done
it.
that. How the fuck do you know?
Yeah, you don't know that.
Impeccable at hiding their feelings. Like,
yeah, how? Yeah, I know her. Like, but
girl,
that still
bye.
like still gives you an excuse to say it, like,
Right. Like,
because you knew she wouldn't have done something, quote unquote, that you still
insane.
said it.
Yeah, insane.
That like that makes me around. She's like, yeah, no, I knew she
I
wouldn't
just
have
knew she
done
wouldn't
it.
kill herself. Okay, sure.
Like, what if
'cause you
she
can read her
did?
mind. Thanks, Kendra.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, you know her so well.
Thanks, girl.
And Kendra said in the documentary when it was revealed that it was her, it's been about 1.5 years since I've seen her. We both know that we are with each other no matter what. I definitely think we can have a healthy relationship. I know we both hold that bond that we have very close. And
Kendra's delusional.
and as for Lauren, she wants to see her mom. This was in 2023 though, when she said all of this. She said when the time is right and hopes Kendra can get the help that she needs now that she's out of prison. And Lauren also said, being without that relationship is really hurting me. I think rebuilding our relationship will help both of us a lot. I love her more than anything.
Which,
So,
like, I'm sorry, but I don't think I would feel the same way. Like, if my mom did that to me,
yeah, no,
I
saying
don't
I
think I could
couldn't.
forgive her. Because that's like, how could you say stuff like that to your kid?
Yeah, no, literally. And I think that this
And it
poor
wasn't an
girl.
accident. Like, and I think also, too, like, there was somewhere Kendra had said in the documentary, she was like, I was just trying to protect her, like, when I was younger. I think she had mentioned that
Where
when
she was
she was
sexually
younger, yeah,
assaulted.
she was sexually assaulted and she wanted to protect Lauren from that. But, like, I
I
don't
don't
see how
understand how that
any of this was
protects.
protecting her from anything.
These are just a bunch of excuses and
Yeah,
stuff like
she's just pulling
that.
stuff out of her ass at this point.
Basically.
So, director Sky Borgman revealed they filmed both in 2023 and 2024. The first time they sat down with Lauren was in spring of 2023, and she at the time loved her mom. She just wanted her mom back in her life. She told Netflix, but she said when they came back to film again a year later, after Kendra had been released, they noticed Lauren's perspective had shifted.
And I wish that they would say that too, because I didn't know that after
No,
reading
me
it. Like, you
neither.
thought it was the same
Right, she
day,
was
like this. Yeah,
same day.
there's another day exactly. So I don't.
It
They
looked
should
like
have.
it in the documentary. It was a very
Right.
smooth transition. It was
Right.
a
They
whole
should have
nother year.
disclosed that, honestly.
Yeah. And Lauren's father, Charlie, and Kendra have obviously gotten divorced since then. And Charlie and Lauren have become very close with each other. They participate in sports together. I think they go hiking
Right. It's
together.
like
So
sweet.
they're like best friends now, which I think is very sweet, but under very unfortunate circumstances, I think. So it's yeah. So I think now we can go into a little, some of the pretty
Text message.
disgusting text messages. So trigger warning.
Yes, the
Sexual
yeah.
content for sure. Not gonna bleep this, but
But
we
just so you're aware of what this own woman has said to her own daughter.
yeah. So a few of them have already been said, but I'll just reiterate them. We had Owen is breaking up with you, which was like one of the first of the
Probably
text
the
messages,
first
which is
message,
like
yeah.
not good, but reasonably tame for some of the stuff that like
She ended up
she
saying.
said. She said, "You're the ugliest person I've ever seen," to her own daughter.
Yeah, to your daughter.
Ain't nobody want to see her anorexic flat ass,
which she knew that her daughter knew that she was skinny, and I think she had a little like
her mom was anorexic when she was young.
Right, her mom was anorexic, and so
she was like deflecting.
And she was basically deflecting, and she was like, "Yeah, I knew that Lauren was actually skinny too." So
yeah,
I'm like,
which
then,
was like one of Lauren's insecurities. I'm pretty sure.
Right, that's what yeah,
because that's something she had said too. She's like, I knew like some of Lauren's insecurities, and I kind of just took action on them, which is disgusting.
Right, you went after her.
Then
this
one
is sexual,
so gross.
Like they're in 7th grade, by the way.
She says he wants sex, blowjobs, and making out because Lauren had not lost her virginity. Obviously, she was
in
like
7th grade. Yeah.
So like
She probably doesn't even know what half of these stuff means, I
Right.
hope.
So
But
her mom is saying this stuff, and like there were other texts too that I couldn't find, but like some of them were really explicit, like talking about like creaming and like,
yeah, like it's like
which is fucking disgusting. Also, like Owen had said, he's like, I think Kendra like had a thing for me.
definitely.
Because like, why would she just say this
Oh
stuff?
yeah, no, she definitely had
Like
a thing.
saying Owen's breaking up with you and you're ugly is so
Like she
completely
wanted
far
Owen for
from herself,
herself,
right?
and also Owen even considered her like a second mom, which is
Which is
crazy, and she did that to him
foul.
and would say all these really sexual and terrible stuff to him.
Ugh, I think I would just throw my phone out the window if I was getting texts like this. Like, also,
Yeah, what would
finding
you
out your mom
do?
is sending you sexual text messages about your boyfriend.
I know, it's like,
If my mom did that about my boyfriend, I think I would. I don't know what I would do with myself.
yeah, right? What, like,
I would be
what
like,
would you
what
do?
the
Like,
heck is happening?
same, like, what would
This
you
is
do?
it's foul. Like some of these texts, like if you watch the documentary, you'll see like they put like all of the text up on screen.
And a very creepy voice following it, but it
Yeah,
adds effects, so.
but like they are
They're bad.
honestly
They're bad.
so disgusting. It's like it's insane.
No, it is, like, totally not okay.
No.
And there were honestly normally about 50 plus of these texts a day that were all in the same region.
Yeah, like at night and in the morning, I believe, which were like the more common hours of the day for them to be sent.
Right when she was supposedly quote unquote at work
Working. Right.
is what she was doing. And even Kendra said she did not want Lauren to get a new phone because it seemed unfair that she should have a new phone due to someone else's actions.
AKA
Your
her own
actions.
actions.
Because you didn't want to stop doing it. And I remember Kendra was like, I was just like a whole different person when I did
Yeah,
this. Like,
yeah.
I don't even know who I was.
Which,
Like,
like, come
and someone
on.
said I don't even think Kendra knows why she did it. And I really don't think she knows why she did
No.
either. I don't think she has an answer for that. I just think that this was something she got addicted to for whatever reason. But I don't
Yeah.
think the girl knows why she did what she did. Which
Also,
makes it like,
so much weirder too. Like, there's
yeah,
no.
it's so much.
It's just a like an instinct almost that she
Right, that
did
you gotta be
this.
mean to people. Yeah.
But also, like Kendra encouraged Lauren and Owen to get back together after they broke up, which
I
is
know.
like,
It's like,
why? Like,
okay.
she encouraged them to break up in the first place, essentially. So, like,
Right
imagine
now, she wanted them
seeing
back together so
this.
she could keep doing
Like,
this.
I can't
Like,
even imagine like seeing, like, I don't have a child obviously, but like seeing my child get all of these texts, and like I'm sure it greatly affected Lauren.
right.
Like, how could she live with herself after that?
I know. And she just went, like, and the fact that she even was, like, advocating too, like, she did not make it seem at all like she was a suspect in this situation. Like, not at all. Because, right, she was
She was
fighting.
so in it. And I think also like that's something they see a lot like in serial killer cases, is a lot of the time that like the people closest to the case are actually should be the main suspects because they're trying to insert themselves in it
Right.
to take any sort of blame. Because like you would think like say someone had killed someone, you're like, oh well, they wouldn't like be all up in personal with the
Right.
cops because they could get caught, but like people do that because they think that it's going to take some sort of blame off them if they look like a good Samaritan,
Right.
which she
Exactly.
essentially, I mean, she did do this. She was all up in person, talking, trying to solve this. Like, I don't know how she
Right.
thought it wouldn't eventually round back to her.
And I would also love to, like, acknowledge, like, Owen's parents too. Like, Jill and Dave. Like, they trusted you know what I mean? Like, they trusted Kendra. Jill was best friends with Kendra. Like, they hung out, and like to know that the whole time she was doing that to her
Her friend's
son.
son.
Yeah, her
Like, what
son.
the
Like,
hell?
that one of her best friends was doing that to her own son.
Was
Like,
creepy. Also, like the text that,
yeah.
because
Like,
I think Owen was getting like sexual texts
yeah,
too.
Owen, yeah, her and Lauren and Owen were just both getting these terrible texts. And just like, right, like if I was Jill, like me and my friend Kendra, like these are happening to our children, we're going in together, we're trying to figure this out, just to find out that it was Kendra the whole time. So like and also I saw the statements that Jill did, and I think also Owen did too, and they were very powerful. They said they haven't been able to really speak to Kendra since it happened, so their statements in the courtroom were very powerful.
Yeah, and something I just remembered is oh, I think Owen or Owen's mom had mentioned that like Kendra always seemed really like weirdly infatuated with Owen. She
Yes.
would cut up his steak for him
Right. Yes.
and like constantly text and call him just being like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Like
Like
extremely inappropriate.
right. And I just like it's just
The
I don't
whole the
know.
whole thing, I know, it's crazy. And
It's hard to even like think about really. Like you can't
you can't
fathom
wrap you can't wrap your mind around it,
someone's
I feel
mother
like,
doing that.
to
Like
their own
imagine your
daughter.
own parent or trusted person in your life sending you these texts like
Telling you to
that's
end your life and
you're
sexual thing.
ugly, like
Yeah. Pointing
hello.
out your insecurities. Like, so I think in due time, Lauren will, I'm sure, piece it together, but I think obviously she's traumatized and doesn't
Oh,
know
for sure.
how to react, because I wouldn't know how to react, and
No.
that's
That's
valid.
confusing too. Like
It's so,
she
I
found
know.
out in the matter of like 30 minutes that her mom was the one sending her these gruesome texts in the span of like
Right,
2
as her mom was
years.
hugging her, like,
She's like, "Oh, my mom loves me. She's hugging me, taking care of me." But also, my mom sent me a text about
right, so
me
she's
not
she's
giving my
all in
boyfriend
different
a
places.
blowjob. Like, hello.
Yeah, right, and saying that I should end my life and stuff. And
Ugh.
no, it's all honestly just terrible. And I feel terrible for all the victims involved, like the parents, the kid, you know what I mean, the kids mostly, and
Yeah,
also like these poor children, like Chloe and Adriana, who get dragged into this. Like,
that's awful. Especially like
yeah,
Chloe. Like,
these high
imagine getting
school girls,
accused of this
right? Like these
heinous
poor high
thing.
school girls are just like right living their life, and they're getting accused of these things. Like, that's
Yeah.
that's traumatizing for their futures too.
Right. And I also like I still can't like what still confuses me about this is like the whole thing with Owen getting like he had like a new girlfriend. How the heck did Kendra get
I know. How did she get the number?
like that doesn't make
Maybe because she was like
sense.
close to. I knew. Did Jill even
Like
have? Probably
maybe
not.
Jill was like cuz also like Kendra was texting the girl's mom.
Right. So how did she get the
So unless
mom?
like
I know.
Jill mentioned the girl to her
And
and
then
then
she
she
like
looked
got
up
all
her mom
mad.
on Facebook and somehow got her number like
Right. She like figured.
I
I'm sure
don't
she. Right. Because
know.
she had a background in IT, so she knew how to do those things.
Ugh.
Right. That's what they said. She had a background in IT,
Like none of
so
this
she
was
knew what she was doing.
like you I feel like you can't just mindly do this stuff. Like there's a lot of thought put into like finding someone on social media,
And why
getting
was
their
she not
phone
in jail for
number.
longer? Like, that's, I feel like that's what she is too. Like, she's very manipulating that she could get out on parole and stuff. Because she's probably like, I'll change, I'll do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, she was
Like,
too
I don't
I
know.
just like also her whole demeanor the whole time was just really unsettling. She was
Yeah, it
too
was
like
creepy.
calm.
Too calm. Even when they found out that she knew she, like, that, even that she did it, like, at first she was like, no, no. And then it was like,
Okay,
yeah.
yes. And then like no, I want to stay. I need to stay with Lauren. Lauren needs me. No, babe.
Right, and then even like when Charlie, her husband, came in, she was like, "Yeah, actually, I've been let go from that." So,
Yeah,
like,
I
too calm for
two
this.
jobs. There are two jobs that she reportedly had and didn't actually
Right,
have either of
and
them.
just casually said, like, "Yeah, actually, I got let go of that from that one too for
But
a
she said that
while."
she like quit the first one, but they actually fired her.
Right, so they've been like, she's just completely lying, and right, her calmness was creepy. How
Yeah,
can you be that calm?
very unsettling. So you should go and watch the documentary. I'm
Yes,
sure
take
there are
all of our
little
lovely information
snippets.
for you
Yeah.
that we gave you.
There might be little snippets we missed, so you can go and
Definitely check it
find the
out.
rest on
It's
Netflix.
on Netflix. Who doesn't have Netflix? This is on. It was
Right.
a really good watch. It was like, how long was it?
I think it was like 2 hours.
It was on 2 hours. So like, honestly, it was a good watch and stuff.
Yeah.
And I recommend it. And yeah, you can see like the people in real life and
Yeah.
on the screen. And yeah, you should definitely just watch it.
And like poor Lauren, like she seemed so
I
like
know.
she was such like a she seemed very chill. Like she was very like quiet the whole time, and
Right, she was.
and like I can't even.
There wasn't a lot of
imagine.
explain. Yeah, exactly. I think she's just confused and in shock still, which makes sense.
Yeah. So that was crazy.
But thank you guys for listening to us.
If you're listening, we only had 2 listeners on our last episode. One of them was me. So we had
I think the other one was me too.
So we had no listeners on our last episode.
But we're not gonna talk about that. But we have to start sending them around.
Please.
Listen to us. Like, don't just watch the video afterwards. Like,
right.
Don't.
I know. And if you're watching us on YouTube, if this is posted to YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
We love you all. We love you all.
Tiny Meat Gang.
Hello. But thank you guys, and we'll see you next week.
Yay.
We don't know what we're going to talk about.
Anything you want us to talk
a specific case,
big number of fans out there.
We will do it just for you.
Yeah, we'll even give you a shout out.
Good, yeah. So please give us your recommendations. We will definitely listen to them.
I beg you, please. Please.
Bye, queens.
Bye, baby.